Welcome to We Promo VIP, where we chat with top suppliers and industry insiders to bring you the latest in promotional products. Let's dive in.
Every distributor wants more business, and one of the best ways to get it is through smart marketing. Social media and email are powerful tools, but let's be honest, who has the time? That's why I'm so excited to have Jason Nokes with Promo Pulse with us today, and he's going to educate us on why social media matters for distributors and how to do it effectively and even how to simplify the process through automation. So, Jason, thank you for being with us today and taking
Yeah.
some time to inform our members.
No, thank you, Marty.
So tell us a little bit
Um,
about your background and Promo Pulse.
yeah, so I have been in the industry my entire career, and I started on the supplier side. I dabbled on the distributor side, but I wasn't very good at it. But primarily, I've been a service provider, and so I was the original developer of Distributor Central, and I was its president for a long, long time. And in 2019, I left Distributor Central to start Promo Pulse. And I just recognized that distributors were struggling with marketing, and it was very difficult for them. And so I had some ideas on how to help them out.
I think that's fantastic that you have the background. You know what the struggle is, and it is real. We were talking earlier that it seems like most distributors are really relying on the word of mouth and the networking. Is that what you have found to be true?
Oh yeah, marketing is difficult for any business. I think it's even more difficult for distributors, mainly because a distributor has to be first they have to be an expert on their suppliers, like they have to cultivate the relationship with the supplier. Second, they have to be an expert on all the products the supplier sells, so they can recommend and if they get questions. And then to on top of that, to also go out and find high quality digital content from those suppliers of those products and design campaigns and for email and social. It's just it's overwhelming. And so yeah, so it's a very tough job. I really empathize, and so that's why I started Promo
Well,
Pulse.
I think that's great that you're empathizing with them. So if a distributor was tuning in and they want to know what should I be doing in 2025, what should I be focusing on as far as my marketing efforts?
Well, I think I still believe email. Email's kind of got a bad rap over the years because everybody gets a lot of email, but I've still found that emails is the most effective thing that a small business can do, or any business to be frank. But only because this is the one time that you can be proactive and you get in their inbox and you can kind of dictate and keep your company top of mind to your clients. I will add too, social is important. The key thing about email is you own your list. So if with social media, you may have a lot of followers, but if Facebook goes away or Twitter goes away or whatever goes away, then that list is gone. And so I think it's very important. I think it's important to do both, but it's important that you have your own list and you cultivate that and you keep in touch with that list. And then social media is great just to kind of and obviously get the word out and give ideas. I think it's important because a lot of people now, people younger than us, Marty, that they will research on social. That's how
Absolutely.
their whole life is on social media. And so if a potential customer comes to your web page or your social pages and it's kind of sporadic posting and it's hit or miss type of things, it just doesn't reflect very well on your company. And so our service is designed to give you consistent marketing, both in email and social, and then we also have video so you can get to TikTok and Reels and things like that.
Well, that's good that you mentioned Reels and the video. That a lot of distributors that I've met, they they're okay with doing an occasional post and sometimes putting up a picture, maybe going into Canva and making it look nice. But video, they get a little bit nervous about that. Why is video so important in social media?
Well, if you're posting yourself, obviously your post, it's a human that you're interacting with, but that's difficult, especially if you're a small company to do that consistently. So, the interesting thing about video, at least the video platforms, is they surface content differently than regular social media. So, the platforms that we kind of all got started with, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, are often built on your followers and your friends and your connections. Whereas the new platforms like TikTok, it just surfaces content. It has its own algorithm, so it's interesting because you're able to reach a whole different audience sometimes, and so
Absolutely.
being able to post both image based and video based kind of gets you better coverage, and it just keeps you in front of more people all the time.
Right. We've definitely seen a shift from the content being served. It's not necessarily somebody that's in your uh, group or your network that you're seeing their content on your feed. It's going to be what you have watched in the past.
Right,
And all
exactly.
the social media
So
platforms want to keep you on the platform.
sure. Well, if your clients are interested, if they've been looking at, they feel they have a need for branded merch and they start looking at video related branded merch, they're going to get served up more videos of branded merch, and so you want to be in there
So
too.
it's almost like in the old days with the and people still do pay per click. You're getting people who are interested in that particular topic because that's what they've been looking at, and the
Right.
algorithm picks that up. And those are
Mhm.
exactly the
Yeah.
people that you want to get in front of if you're a distributor.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So what's probably one of the best tips as far as to be successful with social media?
Well, I mean, social media is its own beast. I think overall, my biggest thing for marketing, I think you need to be consistent. So it is both, I think, important, and it's also almost a pet peeve of mine, to be honest, of just inconsistent marketing. I just think that people to stay top of mind and to be the first person or first company that a person thinks of, you just have to be there out in, somewhere in the ether all the time. And so being consistent and thoughtful and strategic with your marketing is very important. For social, we often encourage. So we have a solution that will automate and post branded product content to your social feeds. The distributors that really shine are the ones that also post their own content on top of that, and so they use us for consistency and the I call it the heavy lifting of branded product content. But then they'll post other things on top of that about their company, about special projects. We even had two of our customers be mentioned as top of the PPAI Online 18. And so two of our customers were recognized as that
Wow.
because they were using us for the branded product content and then doing their own things on top of that. So for social, it's just you can't sign up for my platform or any platform and let us post and just think orders will just roll in the door.
Right.
So social, just like that, you've had to collect your email list and work those contacts. You still have to do some effort if you really want to be successful in social. So and it's not a lot of work. It's just following your clients and then asking them to follow you and commenting on their post and commenting on your own post or having your employees share the post to their own feeds. It's just small little things like that, but that really helps with engagement and to keep your word out in front of people.
Yeah, engagement's a huge part of being successful. So what is your secret to engagement with social media?
I think it's just kind of what I mentioned. It's just paying attention. I say secret. I'm not the personally the best person either. So we post and do things too, and I have to go out of my way to share and remember to like and things like that. But it's just being somewhat involved. Also encouraging if you have employees to also have them post, especially like on LinkedIn where there are more businesses out there, just to have them reshare content and comment every once in a while and just kind of be present. You don't have to spend your whole day on social media. Some people do, and sometimes sexually into that. But just dropping by, making sure if somebody comments to say something or like it, or just just be somewhat present. if you're posting frequently.
Well, I think this is a good segue because we talked about doing a lot of things, but to help streamline that process and even to automate it, you've got some solutions I think that you could share with our members.
Yeah, yeah. First, I'll talk a little bit about it. Our platform's called AMP, and so it stands for Automated Marketing Platform, and it's super easy and super simple for members. There's we only 3 steps to get started. One step's already taken care of because we will give you your preferred supplier list already, so you get to choose your suppliers, and then you just upload your customer list, and we send a link to connect your social accounts, and after that we schedule your campaigns, and everything is taken care of. So it's literally, you don't have to do anything ever again. We can take care of it for you. And so it's if I'll share and show you some examples
Absolutely.
here, Marty.
I think it'd be great to see some examples of what this looks like.
Yeah, and so can you see my screen okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so these are just a few of our customers. I put myself on their list just so I have some examples. But so what we do is we focus only on lifestyle imagery, and so no logos from suppliers, no pricing, no heavy copy. And when we bring this together, the email that goes out to your clients, it looks like almost like a retail looking email.
Right.
So it's beautiful shots. It shows products in action. That's important for your customers to get an idea, like this magnet coolie. So you may see that in a product website catalog, and it'll be just the product on a white background. But now you can see, oh, this thing sticks to the side of whatever that is, a car or whatever. It's like, oh, I understand how this works
Right.
now. So yeah, so it's very important. Distributors have to keep in mind that you guys are experts at branded merch, but your clients have really no idea what is possible. And so these emails, we pull content from suppliers a lot of times from their social feeds, and so the content that we send out is sometimes not even available in ESP or Sage. It's because it's brand new. The suppliers posted brand new products to their social feeds. We pull that out, and it goes out to your clients. So it's trendy. We work really hard. If I just click through some of these distributors emails, you'll notice that the content, they're all different. So every campaign that we send out is different for every distributor, and so there may be some overlapping imagery, but we randomize and rotate. We change the copy and the subject, so even if the same person happened to get same end user had 2 distributors where they're vendors, that they would get different emails,
Right.
and we personalize the email too. So if you send us your client's first name, we'll personalize the email, which helps with open rates and things
Okay.
like that.
So if a distributor has a spreadsheet with their client list, they just send you.
Yeah, you just send a spreadsheet. We also integrate with several different software packages like HubSpot. And so if you're using a CRM that we're already integrated with, then it's as simple as sending us, usually it's an API key, and we just drop it in, and then your client list is automatically in sync all the time, which is really
Okay.
cool.
So
Yeah.
if a member wants to do this, how many platforms can you be publishing content to?
Yeah, so we do email, and then we also post to social media. So for image-based posts, we can do Facebook, Instagram, X, and LinkedIn. So and then if you do video, we can post all those. Plus, we also post to TikTok and YouTube. And so this is an example of one of my very first customers. The video is using that same curated content from your suppliers, but it's presented in a different way, so it looks real nice. And again, it gets into reels instead of just like regular
Right.
Instagram and Facebook. And then we'll even rotate. I mentioned how every social campaign and every video campaign is unique for every distributor, but then even inside your own social feed, we will mix up how we post. So like this, here's an image that we posted collage, but then on this image we posted a slideshow, and then on video, sometimes we'll post the ones that look like this with the text first, or sometimes we'll post video that has the the product first. And so we try to make it even different on your own feed so it doesn't get boring. So
Shaking things up,
yeah.
not doing things the same way
Yeah,
every time.
and one other thing too I want to mention that's kind of unique to ours, or we create a custom landing page, which isn't unique for everybody probably does this too, but we call this your idea generator because every campaign links back to this idea generator. But you can also link to this from your website or your email signature. And what's super cool about this is it has an infinite scroll of ideas for your customer. So if they come to your idea generator from an email blast or a social post, come here because they're interested in something, they can click on this. They can ask a question that goes back to you.
Okay.
Have it come
Oh, that's a great
up. So
idea.
you can ask questions here, but then they can keep going and they can keep looking around and seeing more products and ask more questions. So we even have distributors that will iframe this in their website and just they call it like fresh ideas or brand
Oh,
new
that's a
ideas or
great
whatever. So
idea. So,
yeah,
so
yeah. So
whenever
it's
somebody clicks on one of the posts that's in their feed, then they're going to come here. They're going to get even more ideas, and all of that is going to be personalized to the distributor.
yep, exactly. It's only content from your preferred supplier. So you can, as a member, we'll go ahead and give you your preferred supplier list. You can actually pick and choose and add if you have another favorite or whatever. That's possible too. So distributors are in complete control of their supplier list, and then we curate all the content, and we're super picky about what we allow. And so as you can see, there's the common theme is it's all lifestyle imagery with no text on top and no flyers and some of the things that maybe we're used to in the
Right,
industry. We
right.
don't do
This
that.
is the kind of
We try to keep
imagery that people are used to when they're scrolling through their feed.
Yeah, this is the outside our industry in retail. This is what you would expect,
Right.
right? So that's what we're trying to give. I'll stop here so I can see you again.
All
There we go.
right. So that sounds like a great opportunity if members are watching this and they're thinking, I really need to up my marketing game. And they think maybe Promo Pulse is the way to do it. Um, I'd encourage them to go to the private member site and to the Promo Pulse page. We'll include a link with this information when it goes out. But what would you say the next steps are, Jason?
Uh, yeah, definitely go to, like I said, we're going to create a special page for members. You do get extra perks through this new partnership relaunch. And so instead of a 30-day trial, now you get a 60-day free trial. So you get an extra month at no charge. So you have plenty of time to try it out. And we have increased the email limits so you can send more emails per month. We have a special support address. We already have your preferred suppliers ready to go. So we've tried to make it even more appealing and just again super easy. It will take you no time to get set up, and you'll have instant marketing. That's the best part about it. But like you said, we'll have on the private pages inside the website. There's a link that goes to a private page on our website that gives you all the perks, and then you can just sign up and it's an instant. You get started, you can click a couple buttons and have everything ready to go. And then we're obviously here to help if you need help, but otherwise it's really designed just so you can get started instantly with in minutes. That's the
I think
best part
that's
about it.
a great idea for especially for distributors who are short on time, and I can't think of many of us who have more time
Yeah.
than we need. But fantastic way to get yourself in front of members or customers, prospects. And before we go, I just happen to think, do you have any case studies where you've worked with distributors and just using the
Oh yeah,
service has
definitely.
increased their business?
Yeah, we have a full page, promopulse.io/testimonials that you can see all sorts of stories. And so, the overall theme is everybody's thrilled they don't have to do marketing. So that's one thing that they've checked off their to-do list. It's not, they don't have to think about it ever again. But then we've had stories, this is not the same for everybody. So just keep that in mind. But I mean, big orders, and one guy signed up and had 6 orders the very first email he sent out. Just stories about one lady had lost her main contact at a company and but she had other people on her list, and they picked it up, and she got started getting orders again from this company. So just all sorts of good stories and it's all just around keeping your name in front of customers. And even with email, one point that's sometimes lost with email is even if they don't open the email, they still see your email. Maybe they're too busy they got to have too much going on, and the client doesn't need anything right now, but they still see your email even when they delete the
Exactly.
email. And so the whole trick, for our industry, the suppliers face the same thing too. They have to be in front of distributors whenever distributors need something, but the distributors also have to be there and ready when a end user thinks, oh, I need to, we have an event coming up, or I would like to reward, we have these top clients. And so just being consistent, sending out emails consistently, posting consistently, so that you're there when they're ready. So I think that's the whole trick to
And
marketing.
I think that wrapping up our time together with that idea, you need to be there when your customers are ready to buy. And this is a great way to do it. Jason, thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, Marty.
This episode is brought to you by WePromo, the game-changing buying group for promo distributors. We're here to help you save big by scoring top-notch discounts with the best suppliers in the industry, and joining is totally free. Ready to boost your margins? Check out wepromo.net to explore our supplier lineup and see what we're all about.